Hey, it's Mike, your host of Craft Beer Storm. And it's Friday. How are you today? I hope you're having a great day so far. It's the weekend. Holiday time, right? Christmas is, man, it's about 13 days from now. We're recording this in middle of December. Yikes. So, but beer should be a part of that. You should go to your local craft brewery. Hey, and if you like what we're doing, you like our podcast, go on to iTunes and give us a rating and review. Any platform that you listen to us on, give us a rating and review. It's the only way we get up in rankings. We get the podcast out there. We make people more aware of it. It's that's what it's all about. So if you can help us out, subscribe. That's fantastic. If downloads goes up, that's awesome. So if you can subscribe, this is fantastic as well. So let's get to our news of the week, craft brew news, and courtesy of Brewbound at www.brewbound.com. First story, wine group chairman backs Kings and Convicts in Ballast Point purchased. So apparently Ballast Point was purchased. So Richard Mahoney, the chairman of the board of Wine Group, is a lead investor in Chicagoland craft brewery Kings and Convicts acquisition of Ballast Point Brewing Company from Constellation Brands, according to the Chicago Tribune. The wine group's 25 wine brands include Cupcake, Franzia, Flop and Benziger. Those are big brands. Since Constellation Brands announced the deal to unload Ballast Point, industry observers pondered the sale price for the San Diego craft brewery that sold for $1 billion, would it be, in cash just 4 years ago. They paid a lot of money for that brewery. I saw $1 billion. I'm like, wow. And they're saying they're unloading it. It's unbelievable. A subscription-based newsletter, Beer Business Daily, reported that the Credit Suisse analyst Kaumil Gajrawala pegged the transaction at under $100 million. Man, it's like a tenth of the price. Wow. According to financial services firm Cowen, Ballast Point sales are down 32% year to date. Yikes. So I don't know. I mean, they bought the that's a lot of money to pay for a brewery. I don't know, $1 billion, because I've seen other breweries being sold, which seem to be larger than Ballast Point for less money. So I don't know. Hey, hindsight is 20/20. So what are you going to do? Okay, next story. Brooklyn Brewery restructures U.S. sales staff. Brooklyn Brewery has restructured its U.S. sales team in an effort to better reflect the realities of the current U.S. beer market, the company announced this week. Simply put, craft brewers have been putting too many resources into hand selling and have been underinvesting in the marketing and brand building sides of the business for too long, the company said. In some markets, supplier reps outnumber distributor reps, with craft brewers continually adding staff and creating a headcount race that isn't sustainable. We have not been immune to this problem, and today we take the step to reduce our sales force to a more rational level. In July 2017, Brooklyn announced plans to create a national sales and distribution platform with more than 150 sales personnel and brand ambassadors covering 38 states. As part of those plans, Brooklyn combined sales forces with California's 21st Amendment 21A and Colorado's Funkworks Brooklyn, which sold a 24.5% stake to Japan's Kirin Brewery in October 2016, acquired undisclosed minority stakes in both craft breweries. So Brooklyn's scaling back. I mean, you want to be out there and you want to be in every state, and 38 states is huge. You got to have reps on the ground, selling your beer, giving samples, going into it's very costly. That's why a lot of these breweries are just kind of contracting, and bringing it back, which is what the trend is. So, unfortunately, it's affected Brooklyn Brewery as well. They have good beer, but they're taking a hard look at it, and I think they're taking good steps. So it's unfortunate for the sales force, but, you have to look at what the company as a whole. And next story, Constellation Brands CFO named new CEO of Canopy Growth. The cannabis company Canopy Growth Corporation announced today the appointment of David Klein as CEO, effective January 14, 2020. Klein has served as Chief Financial Officer of Constellation Brands since mid-2015. And Klein's appointment as Chief Executive comes just 2 months after he was named Chairman of the Canadian Cannabis Company's Board of Directors. He will step down from his CFO role of Constellation, assuming the Canopy CEO role. Canopy Growth and Constellation Brands have been intertwined since the New York headquartered beer, wine, and spirits company made its first investment of $191 million in the cannabis company in October 2017. All in, Constellation Brands has invested $4 billion with a B in Canopy Growth for a 38% ownership stake in the company. Constellation, where are you getting your money from? I need some of that, man. They're throwing billions around like they did with Ballast Point. Unbelievable. The move comes a week before THC-infused beverages and edibles will become legal in Canada on December 17th. Klein's ascension to CEO follows a turbulent run for Canopy as the company's financial results continue to underperform. Canopy announced in June that its co-founder and co-CEO Bruce Linton has stepped down as CEO. Linton, however, told NBC at the time that he was terminated. Constellation was recorded more than $590 million in losses on its $4 billion investment in Canopy. The CEO, Bill Newlands, expressed confidence in Canopy's plans during Constellation's third quarter earnings call. And Canada legalized recreational cannabis in October 2018. So since they legalized that, just companies have been pouring money into it. And what's going to happen with this industry? I don't know. I think it's going to stabilize. I think mixing cannabis with like alcohol is just bad idea. I don't know, but that's just me. But apparently it's lucrative and makes people money, except for Constellation. But they'll make money, I guess, in the end. They'll make money, Okay, anyway, last story. Foolproof Brewing founder lists Rhode Island craft brewery for sale. What's happening in Foolproof? After 7 years, Foolproof Brewing founder Nick Garrison is seeking a buyer for his Pawtucket, Rhode Island-based craft brewery. Garrison said it's largely a personal decision. After working nearly a decade in the industry, it's just time for a next chapter. I hear you, brother. I've been working here for 5 years in our brewery, and we're looking to pass it on to the next budding brewer to create a brand. Hey, if you want to contact me, Michael at craftbeerstorm.com, and we'll hook you up. We got a couple people looking at the space, but we have a great brewery in Portsmouth, 7 Barrel Brewery. Turnkey, get in. It's a ridiculous price. It would be a fraction of the price that you would pay for a new brewery. So Michael at craftbeerstorm.com. Check it out. Garrison declined to share a selling price for Foolproof. So Foolproof's assets include a 30-barrel brew house and a 1,000 square foot tap room, as well as a building and land the brewery sits on. So that's a good deal. In 2018, Foolproof produced an estimated 3,120 barrels of its 10,000 barrel capacity brewery. Although the company did not provide final volume data, that figure, however, is down from Foolproof's peak production of 3,900 barrels in 2016. Foolproof's beer is sold in Rhode Island, Connecticut, Massachusetts, Vermont, New Hampshire, Maine, New Jersey, Delaware, City of Philadelphia, and the United Kingdom. So I've seen Foolproof all over the place, and there you go. I don't know what to say. They were only operating at a third of their capacity, which is not a good thing. They probably should have done some contract brewing, which I'm not sure if they did. but that's not enough, I think, to sustain a brewery going forward. Also, they're widely distributed, which hurts. You have to have salespeople, managing product, distributors. That cuts into margin. So, unfortunately, Foolproof is for sale. But I've seen you all over the place, so good job, man. Good job, Nick, for getting that name out there. And I think, it's fantastic. Good beer, too. That is your Craft Brew News for today. And I hope you have a great weekend. Christmas is coming soon. Get them gift certificates for local breweries. Go into your local brewery, get a gift certificate. Hey, what's the gift of beer? It's awesome for anybody. So support your local brewery. That's what I have for you today. Go on iTunes, subscribe. Any platform you're listening on, subscribe. Give us a rating. And we will talk to you on Monday with another awesome episode and an interview. Okay. Thank you very much. We'll talk to you soon. Take care.